Alright, welcome back, fabulous friends. So, as you can tell, a little bit things are a little bit different here. We'll start one at a time, go a little slow. 40 gallon, got downsized into the 20. We'll get to the reason why when we get to the 40 gallon. But this is how they are. Some rummy noses, some green neons, some ghost shrimps. There's about 8 female betas in here, 8 rummy nose tetras, a bunch of snails, some plants hanging out at the top. Got my yellow half moon plaquette here. This is a male. Very gorgeous lad. Here's a vampire shrimp buddy in here. He's doing his thing. Just sitting a 10 gallon. I want to get a second vampire shrimp and then put him in my community downstairs. My community tank in the 55, and that has a lot more flow in it as well. All the pothos, everything that's up top's growing fine. This was the old hospital tank. There's some baby. I got 3 baby acaras in here, electric blue acaras. I'm not sure. There's one of them right there. They're still just fry. Then I got my platty fry in here. Not really getting their colors yet, but they're getting there. They're growing. There's probably around 20 of these guys in here. Now time for... Yeah. So for some reason, sorority tank, half of my stock in here just died. Water parameters were perfect. I mean, I was testing every day using API. I had everything sitting in 7.6, no high pH, 0 ammonia, 0 nitrates, 0 nitrites, 0 nitrates, and things just kept dying. There was no fights, nothing physical. I would just come home or wake up in the morning, and they're either floating or just at the bottom. No signs of any type of bacteria or infection or parasites or anything. Keep in mind, I do everything routine together, so all water changes, all chemical added, everything gets done at the same time to every tank. So everything I did to this tank was done to every single one of my tanks in my house. Everything was sitting perfect. So before we get to the, oh, check your water, water's perfect. They weren't fighting physically. I honestly should put a camera so I could see if these nice gals were actually playing nice, or whether they just decided to turn on each other. You know, it's all a learning experience that we go through together. So, you know, maybe they were just attacking each other and, you know, calling it a day. But this is going to get nothing but bluefish. I have a tester goldfish in here for now. Trying to have me some duckweed too, because it is everywhere. But yeah, having to do some damage on the duckweed population in here. There is a little glow shark back there, little blue guy. We're going to put nothing but bluefish in here, so these acaras are going to go in there. This is no longer a hospital tank. This tiny one is. This girl, actually my most peaceful beta, got attacked. And, oh, of course, Oh, now she's staring at me. She's gorgeous. My most peaceful beta I have. She's a red dragon, but she got a little injured there. I had another beta, actually. The one aggressor that I had in there that I found out attacked her. And it learned the hard way on why she's so peaceful. But yes, once she gets healed, probably go in her own single tank or in just separate. I think for now, the sorority might just, after that's done, is done. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with the sorority again. My home dynamics changed. And we're just not home as much as we used to, so we can't keep an eye on them and actually see, what the situation is. So, maybe from a hard learning experience, maybe that's why we lost all those fishes in there. But, I took action. I cleaned the full tank. I redid everything just in case it was some type of internal parasite or disease. I got my boys being boys. Don't mind the messy room. Their blankets are everywhere. When they're playing, the blankets come out to play too for some reason. This guy, we called him Peter. As you can tell, he got Spider-Man colors, so this is Peter. He is a double tail half-moon king. Pretty peaceful guy. He doesn't even flare or try to dance for the girlie, so he could care less. This guy, we call him Miles. Also Spider-Man colors. He has 2 Pletco buddies in here, but obviously since it's bright, oh look, snail eggs. I need to clean my glass. I apologize, guys. Yeah, I got algae building up on my glass. My assorted platty tanks. There's some adults, there's some juveniles in there. I got the mama, obviously. She is over there making more babies, probably. Oh, sorry for that. White Dalmatian kind of likes to claim 2 of the girls, so don't mess with his ladies or else he'll mess with you. But that's those 8 tanks. Got Damien. He's based off of a vampire off of a show. So if you know who Damien is, let me know in the comments. A lady named him. This guy's my favorite little beta. He has the perfect little posture. Always dancing for me. Putting on a show. He's just gorgeous. He has some mystery snail friends. He doesn't really like them that much. He always tries to flare up at them and fight them. It's kind of funny. And then he has a couple of ghost shrimps in there that I put in initially to kind of have his tank mates, and then he doesn't bother them, so they survived. I was going to have them as little treats as well if he ate them, but called it good. My boys are just getting out of hand in the back. They're alright. They're just very, very vocal. They're not getting physical or anything. They just sit there with their mouths open and yell. Pregnant sun-kissed shrimp. I have sun-kissed shrimp everywhere in here. They're just... There's babies on top of babies. there is hundreds of snails in here, but I did put 2 assassin snails in here, so they're gonna go to work, if you know what I mean. Yeah, those two. Bunch of plants growing out of everything. Everything's looking super healthy and happy. This guy we just got, actually, he had no gills basically, and only one leg when we first got him. He doesn't. I think he's giving me a little bit of a food strike from switching him tanks and everything. His gills aren't looking the healthiest, but they completely regenerated. He had them completely missing, like he was just a round head with nothing, like the gills. I'm not sure what that part is called right there, but those weren't sticking out. The actual gills themselves weren't out and floating. They had been eaten and torn off, just like those legs. He has one leg, so we called him Uno. That's his name. And then his other front right leg's actually almost fully, well, not fully, but it's halfway grown. And he's very skinny. He needs to be eaten more. I've tried European night crawlers. I've tried not Petco pellets, axolotl pellets, and bloodworms. And he's just being an ass. Everyone downstairs. That's how I do it the easy way, y'all. So, 29 gallon, sitting downstairs. I got impulsive, everything's sitting upstairs, alright. The garage is going to get built out, everything's going to get put in there. So, before the blah 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 on carpet upstairs, it's happening. So, just Home Depot and Lowe's is a little expensive. This guy, his name's Sonic. He's fast as heck, boy. I can't say the other words, or else they'll take down my video. I got 2 more assassin snails in here. Got this giant dude. He most likely will be put up for new waters here soon. I feel like this tank's not adequate enough for him, as it's a 29 gallon or 30 gallon. And he just sits in there. He doesn't really do much. And obviously they're nocturnal, but he's just another one in there. So yeah, I definitely feel like they could be in a better situation there. Here I have my community fish. This guy, I actually saved him. He was a rescue. Same with his pair here. They're a bonded pair. If you look back at my further videos, you actually see that they were in this tank together with those same pletcos. There was 5 total pletcos, 4 of the cory cats that were in here. They had 3 feeder goldfish, some cherry barbs, and a danio. And it was just like 1 and 1 and 1 of everything. So it was a really weird tank. Never got the water changed in over a year. There were tobacco smokers in the house. The tank was nasty. It was horrid. I was told whenever they did water changes that the fish would start acting funny, and that some of them died. Most likely that these 2, the black one specifically, eyes, will get all swollen and fuzzy and stuff, and then this one would just starts swimming basically sideways. Come to find out, they didn't put any conditioner in the water either. Thankfully, they did only do one water change in a year then. But they are definitely much happier now. You can see Mr. Zero back there. But that's besides the point. They're distracted. I got another pair of angels in here. I got a platinum and a black one. Right here. I got Lenny. He's the main guy for the tank here. Lenny the shark. If you can let me know what movie he's from, let me know in the comments. Just kind of see me a little face reveal, sort of. I got some electric blue rams, some purple emperor tetras. You can see the purple on that guy pretty well. There should be a single, there he is, single penguin tetra. He was from the 40 upstairs, and he was about to die. All his school died off, and he was in one of the corners kind of gasping for air and not swimming around anywhere or anything like that. So I threw him in here, and he schooled with the emperor, so that was awesome. I got 5 diamond tetras in here as well. Gorgeous little things. They're still little babies. Calico Pletko in here, a long fin albino bristle nose, which is right there. I got this giant rose Amazon. I'm not sure what the word is on that, but the new leaves grow out red and then they turn green, which is just insane. And I mean, it's so big it doesn't really fit in the tank. It's literally touching all 3 sides. This was a beautiful pickup, and I'll shout out the store actually that gave me this, because he gave me a beautiful deal. His name is the Purple Tang out in Aloha, Oregon, or also known, or formerly known as Aquatic Bandits. This guy's running on a fluval that I got for free off of someone. And actually, this tank was free, that tank was free, the stand was free. Most of the equipment in there was free. All I paid was obviously stock and lights. You guys are getting a little view of my house. No privacy for me. Right now, I have 100 and some gallon. It's 6 feet by 18 inches by 1 feet back. So if you guys know the exact measurement to a tank like this, let me know the size. This was on the side of the road for free. This stand my neighbors had outside, free. 55 gallon, free. 29 gallon, free. 10 gallon, it's broken but free. Came with a FX4, 6, Emperor 500. I got like 3 other, on top of these, I got 3 other hang on the back filters. Totes and totes just filled with decor and lids and lines and everything you can imagine for fish stuff. So that's been pretty nice. Also, huge industrial fan for sale if anyone wants one, or if I ever have a major leak, have some dry it with. But yeah, that's how it's coming along. These are planning to go up there, but the garage is a mess, so don't